right, what's good, everybody? We're back on here, Say Boys Podcast. I'm here with my good host, my good co-host over here, Akron Lee. Episode 2. So Akron, how's it going for you? What's up with you?
Man, how is it going today, everybody? I just want to say we are back. Everybody's favorite podcast is here today, the City Boys Pod. Let's get it. I want to say a big thank you again to Staten, as always, for being here with me. Excited to bring you guys a new episode. It's a fresh week. Today is December 13th, 2023. We're freshly in the middle of the holiday season, so really excited to, give our feedback, for all things sports, pop culture, Christmas, etc. To you guys. But nonetheless, I'm doing great. Having a great week so far, trying to stay a little warm. It's a little chilly outside. How are you doing, my good friend? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good right now. Like you said, man, we're got Christmas coming up pretty soon in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Definitely feel that festive vibes going on. I think it's been going to be a great holiday so far. But yeah, no, today I've been doing pretty good. Like I said, we were on Fortnite earlier, playing little games, whatever, hanging out, doing what bros do best, getting dubs and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's a pretty good day for me. But yeah, no, just to jump right into it, we're actually just gonna open up real quick with some some media, some open world new things. So currently, for everybody that doesn't know or did not know, the Game Awards was hosted last week, and I just want to touch on a little bit that one of the big, most anticipated games this year, Spider-Man 2, got snubbed. Got snubbed for 7 awards actually,
Man.
which was actually really, you know, you know what I mean. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I to kind of piggyback off of that, I think it's kind of crazy that it did not win Game of the Year.
mhm,
For anybody that's listening that, at once upon a time was once into video games or is, like me and Staten are here, very much into them with some of the free time that we get. Spider-Man 4 was like the biggest launch this year, I think, for a game, if not one of the biggest. And for it to not get Game of the Year is like kind of shocking.
mhm.
I'm looking at this award sheet from IGN. Alan Wake 2 was in that category. Baldur's Gate, which is the winner. Resident Evil. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is kind of surprising just because that game just came out in October. Hopefully Santa, brings me that game. I definitely requested that for my Switch this year, so very excited. But no, nonetheless. And then you got obviously Legend of Zelda, Tears of Kingdom, newest game that came out. So to kind of see Spider-Man not win that is just shocking because that is the biggest game launch I've seen in a while. It's been some time. So Baldur's Gate, I'm not familiar with it. I kind of wanted to see. Have you played that before? Were you surprised that they won?
I touched on just a little bit. I never played the past 2 ones, but I did kind of dabble a little with the newest one. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I know Baldur's Gate, and this isn't like to offend any nerds or not nerds, but any people out there who are fans of Baldur's Gate, right? It is more of that, role playing, type of game. So it's more strategy based versus, your Spider-Man's, which is more of a open world action pack adventure kind of thing. Um, but just to kind of get my 2 cents about it, I think it was just um, not just the overhype, but I think it was the Spider-Man fatigue, the open world big fatigue. This is the same thing that happened with God of War, the second one. Ragnarok, it actually got snubbed as well. I can't remember who won Game of the Year for that game in particular last year, but I know God of War was pretty snubbed, even though it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hype game of last year. Um,
Yeah.
so what I mean, I think that the awards they're trying to be, like the Oscars. They're not going for the big explosions and fancy stuff. They're going for more story-driven stuff, something a little more unique, something a little more different. So I'm not all too surprised, but kind of want to know what's your opinion. What you think? Why Spider-Man didn't get the dub, man?
I mean, I kind of agree with you. Maybe it's just the fact that it's real similar, to what we had in the past. Obviously, it mimics Miles Morales and the Spider-Man before that. I think where it was different was obviously they were both in the same game. The story was a little bit more detailed, I think, and it's been pretty great the last couple games. But I just think maybe it was because it's kind of a very similar, if not the same game as the last two type of situation, and I think that's kind of what maybe has hindered it a little bit. So I don't know. I can't put my full thumbprint on it, but I just think that it was a combination of those things that really kind of hindered it. But I mean, it even was in the category for, I'm looking here at the best game direction, which Alan Wake 2 took that, and a couple of others. But really, just kind of shocking it didn't get at least one win. As I'm scrolling through here, I kind of see Alan Wake 2 was in a lot of these categories. So that Final Fantasy, and Baldur's Gate were really, I guess, three of the premier games this year.
Yeah, Final Fantasy came out. Yeah.
What was that?
I said I forgot Final Fantasy came out this year.
Yeah.
So there's a couple games got snubbed a little bit. I think Alan Wake deserved awards. I think it's been long awaited. I played the first Alan Wake. I'm still waiting to see if Santa's going to hook me up with the second one this year. But it's a really good game, very good psychological game. Definitely for all those horror fans out there that are really into like Resident Evil and stuff like that. Definitely up their alley, in my opinion. So check that one out. But yeah, like you were saying, man, I think Spider-Man just kind of, people want artsy fartsy things sometimes to win, and something, and it's cool.
Right.
We have our Spider-Man, we have Miles Morales, so it's all good.
Hey, everyone can't live in Akron's world where if it only has an alien superhero robot or some type of crime fighting in it, it's not going to win all the time. So I completely understand that.
But yeah, no, just trying to transition over since we are on game topics. A couple of trailers actually got dropped at the Game Awards. I know that you were pretty excited for a couple of the games. I am as well. For instance, Blade was announced. I think Blade has been deserving a game for a very long time. I'm a huge Blade fan.
At least 2 decades, at least.
Oh yeah. It's being made by Arcane right now. Arcane and Bethesda, who are currently under, who's made Deathloop, who's made, I believe they I'm trying to think what Bethesda has made Skyrim and Dragon Age and stuff like that, which haven't gotten the best of rap as of right now, but I still am really excited. I really like Deathloop, and just having Arcane in there and take care of their business, I think it's going to be a really good one. Much love, Blades needed. That's my pick and my favorite as so far. But what were some trailers that you were impressed with that you're interested in?
I mean, all of those are fantastic, which you just mentioned. I mean, I think we're in line for some good video game content, especially over the next couple of years here. Being that we are both, like I said, avid gamers and some of the free time that we get. With that being said, though, I think that Jurassic Park survival game was the one that caught my eye the most. The cinematic trailer was cool. I know, obviously, you got your streamers of the world that are real similar to like Ninja and Fortnite, that play games religiously, and maybe they're not sold on the cinematic side of things. I don't know. But I really liked it. I thought it, mimicked the movies perfectly. And I think the timeline it starts off as is 3 days after the first Jurassic Park. So for all you 90s pop culture fans, that game looks like it's going to be pretty amazing. Graphics look awesome. So very excited to see the story that they tell there. But, you mentioned Blade a little bit. I'm very excited for that as well. I think that's going to be a 10 out of 10. One of Marvel's biggest games, along with hopefully we get the trailer for Wolverine pretty soon. As well. Man, long overdue with that one. That I'm beyond famished and ready for Wolverine to come out. But something that came out a little bit before the Game Awards. I know you mentioned game trailers. GTA 6 finally debuted their trailer last week. Man, how are we feeling about the graphics?
I got you.
Yeah. Man,
Completely forgot. GTA 6 has finally been announced, people. But continue.
No, yeah, I I want to get your thoughts on what you saw from like the graphics and the story. The story's a little bit different. We're going back to Vice City, which I think was in what GTA 3 or 4. Vice City's coming back. Is
Yeah, it was
Vice City coming back? Yeah.
Vice City. It takes place in Florida. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you know how it is. It's like Miami, right? It's
I mean,
like Los Santos was to Los Angeles. But anyways, I think that the story is going to be great. It's a little bit different. You got a female protagonist, which is going to be awesome. I think her story is going to be very cool. You have like I said, all in all, a different era of GTA, right? Because the one that came out 10 years ago, GTA 5, that was, for all intents and purposes, you could tell that was made for a different generation console, right? But now that we have the PS5, you got the Xbox X out, like this is for our consoles now. This is for the newest age of gaming. So this GTA is going to be beautiful. I think the graphics are going to be amazing. It's going to be funny. It's going to be gritty, very adult, obviously. Not a children's game by any means, but no, it's going to be a lot of fun. Excited as a childhood. I don't want to say childhood game, but a younger generation version of Akron's game is finally making a return.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited just to hop on that same coattail with you, man. Uh, it's been a long time overdue. What, last 13 years or so, waiting for this new game to come out. Um, I think that looking from the trailer alone, they're using Unreal Engine and looks very good. It's gonna look insane on the next PS5s and Xboxes and whatnot. uh, from the vibe that I got from the trailer alone, I think they're leaving that GTA old school version and going more of that Red Dead route, where instead of like the three characters that are switching between, they're gonna stick to that one main protagonist. Um, from what I learned from the trailer, it's gonna be more of a Bonnie Clyde kind of a, you know, story, if you will, and it's just as crazy, just as lively. We saw IG models, we saw OF models twerking on cars, we saw strip clubs, Kodak Black. I mean, a bunch of different stuff. But it's definitely gonna be an updated version of GTA 5, along with a lot of like Red Dead inspiration. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I want to see what all we can get into. Um, have you heard anything about like the online? Because man, I know you've mentioned a couple of times there's like you can have your own job and own house and like something like that is like as detailed as that is, you know?
Yeah, I haven't heard too much on it yet, and the only downside to all this is that it does not come out till 2025. So I feel like
Mhm.
details are going to come out very,
You think it's
sparse
a downside?
or hard to come by. What's that?
You think it's a downside?
Well, just because I mean, how are they gonna debut this trailer? What was that?
I've got you too locked in, bro. Too tight.
Too locked in. Too locked in. No, but how are they gonna tease us with this trailer, this long decade awaited trailer, and then yeah, we don't get it for another year, and that type of thing. Everyone's just fiending for it. They're ready. They're excited. All those game fans, but nonetheless, I think it'll be good. But you mentioned the online. I haven't heard too much about it. Me personally, I would imagine it's going to be very similar to where like things were in GTA 5, where you can join up with your friends, join up with your crew, and really do whatever you wanted, right? Maybe do
Yes.
heists, missions, all kinds of stuff. So
Mhm.
uh, more of a wait and see thing. But I mean, are you expecting anything from it? Is there anything that you've heard?
Not that I know of as of right now. Like I said, I think Rockstar's really trying to keep it in the dark because we've been getting leaks of this game for like the last 2-3 years now. People keep leaking stuff, and I think Rockstar's trying to close up shop and make sure that nothing else gets out. Uh, I'm really excited because we're only a year away from the release. Versus, I was thinking it was going to get released in 2027 or something like that. You know what I mean? But
Right, at least another 3-4 years.
right. But yeah, nah, it's right around the corner, so I'm really excited. Um, I think we're going to hear a lot more about Wolverine and a couple other games right now, so that's going to kind of hold us over till GTA 6. But nah, man, my expectations are pretty high, but I think Rockstar's going to deliver like they usually do. So yeah,
Yeah. No,
but
I completely agree. I think it's gonna be great. I think it'll be pretty close to a 10 out of 10 game so far. But with that being said, is there any other games that you wanted to touch on before we kind of move on here in a sec?
Not really, as I know. Like I said, a bunch of different things are coming out right now. Um, like I said, Blade, GTA 6 is a big thing. Still trying to hear some updates on Wolverine. Jurassic Park is definitely going to be a good one next year. But yeah, that's mostly it. So, staying on the media world side of things, television and video games and whatnot, I actually want to touch a little bit on a couple of TV updates. I know we've been watching some TV since last time we sat down and chatted a little bit. Just for starters, I know a man above put us on to a little show on Netflix right now named Blue Eyed Samurai. I think
Man,
that's a big time hit this Christmas
yeah.
season for anybody out there that is really interested. You guys should really check it out. But I just want to get your kind of opinion. What you think about the show as right now? Where you at?
So I finished Blue Eye Samurai and I thought it was absolutely amazing. I am not, and I say this, you know, in great regards. I'm not a huge like animated show person. I know there's a lot of different animes and that kind of style show out there that are great. I just haven't watched them per se, so I can't say that I'm like a huge avid fan. However, this is the greatest animated show I've watched in a while. I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. For all you, it's kind of like a yeah. No, go ahead, let that play, let it play. Hold up, there you go. Yeah, no, I would definitely give that a solid 10 out of 10, like I said before. But no, it takes place in kind of, what would you consider the timeline? It's like
Feudal
maybe
Japan.
15. What's that?
Feudal Japan. They
Yeah,
like 1400s, 1500s.
yeah, like that style era. But it's
Mm.
really cool. It's a great story. For anyone that's looking for something new to watch, especially on Netflix or what have you, go check out Blue Eye Samurai. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's gritty. It's very adult, so definitely not a kid's show by any means. But it's got a good blend of dark, a little bit of humor, a little bit of brightness to it. But all in all, it's just a beautiful show, and I really liked it. Very good story. Let's just say it's about somewhat of an underdog overcoming a lot of things and not quite yet. I'm not going to spoil anything. I just know that it's set up for a season 2. That's all I can say at this point. But like I said, that it's like an underdog style character overcoming a lot and really venturing out on a massive quest, if you will. So that's all I can say. I don't want to say any more about it detail wise because I want all you guys to watch it out there. But no, it's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. How did you feel after watching the last episode?
Man, I'm on the same boat as you, my friend. I'm on the same boat as you. Let's go ahead and hit a little. I give it a 10 out of 10 as well. I'm not as generous with the 10 out of 10, but man, this one really deserved one. It definitely caught me out
Yeah.
of left field. It was very interesting, very gritty, very grounded. It's not your typical good guy, bad guy kind of thing. It really works in that gray area, and it definitely keeps you engaged each episode. Definitely a lot of story building. I think the world was beautiful of Japan. The snow biomes, the castles, the sword fights, everything was really well choreographed, well done, well animated. So it like you said, it definitely sets up for season 2. I'm really excited to see what they do because big things. I expect big things in season 2. But yeah, for anybody out there that's really into anime or just anybody's really into a lot of fighting or deep characters, I would recommend really checking this out for the Christmas holidays. Because it's definitely going to be a real good one, if you will. But yeah. So far, as far as other TV shows go, I know we've been watching Monarch. How you feeling about Monarch? I know we talked a little bit ahead of the game. Like, are you still on board? Still off
Yeah,
board?
I am. The last episode was a little slow. What are we, 5 episodes in now? It was a little bit slow, but things are developing. Like I said, for all you Godzilla fans, go to Apple TV, go watch it. Kurt Russell's in it, and he's always great in anything that he's in, right? But no, I think that it's starting to arc a little bit, if you will. But I think we're in line for a good finish. It's more or less. I mean, let's be honest here. For all intents and purposes, it's on the background, and it's a little bit of a prequel, if you will, because it talks about what Monarch started and kind of where they were in present time 2015. So it gives you some good insight. With that being said, though, I'm still on board. I think it's gonna have to. Let's see in another couple episodes that it gets me back up to a 9 out of 10. Right now, it's like at a 7.58. So not a drastic change, but it's got to do something for it to get back close to a 10.
Mhm.
How are you feeling about it?
I do agree with you. Like I said, I know you're more on board. For me, I kind of been falling off a little bit. I told you earlier, I literally have to pause the show and kind of like make a walk around my living room
Move around, stretch the legs a little bit.
a little bit because it's not the pacing, it's just not a lot going on. We're still trying to, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're still trying to find this MacGuffin, if you will, this individual. And yeah, there's monster fights, but it's not, the monsters aren't the main idea. And that's always been kind of hard with a lot of these Godzilla and really monster movies in general. They kind of focus more on the characters and the monsters kind of take a back seat. In this season, or this show in particular, the monsters have really taken a back seat. We've only seen Godzilla twice, episodes 1 and 2. And I know there's other monsters in Monarch, but I kind of want to see a little more action as of right now. Like I said, it's just been a little more slower than usual.
It's been a lot of chasing. That's what I think the theme would be. Yeah.
So I would probably just give it right now like a 6.5. Like I said, it's kind of as of right now, but I'm still hold on. I think the ending's going to be a big payoff, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think it will. We just kind of have to see how things develop. But outside of that, what other shows got you moving around a little bit different? What else have you been kind of excited about or tuning into as of late, as of this past week?
Well, switching little corners to all my Marvel fans, my Disney fans out there. Next week we got What If Season 2 coming out, and
yes,
I actually wanted to do something a little different. I actually wanted to play the trailer for everybody as of right now.
Okay,
Share my little screen a little bit. Check it out for all the listeners out there. Let me go ahead and crack this bad boy wide open.
Yeah, while he's getting that pulled up for all you What If fans out there, it comes out the week of Christmas. Very excited. Very excited.
Very excited indeed, my friend. So, for anybody that doesn't know, What If is kind of like an idea, or I guess last season, or I guess the show in general, is kind of like what if a certain scenario. So, what if T'Challa was actually Star-Lord? What if, what if zombies? What if zombies came over and the Marvel zombies like got, Marvel Avengers and different characters got infected by the zombie virus? And what if Doctor Strange lost the love of his life? You know what I mean? Kind of different, you know what I mean? A little different, a little unique. But yeah, we're really excited for that, and I just want to play this trailer real quick. So let me go ahead and shut up and let the video kind of do what the video in.
Let me tell you one of my favorite Yuletide stories.
Ales all around! Chin chin!
Pulse is smashing. The echo it's quacking. Ten rings are glowing.
Oh, gotta admit, that's some solid holiday wordplay.
There are infinite stories to be told across the multiverse.
Well, you got the color of the suit, right? I'm Santa Claus, baby.
Wow. Lots of literal what if moments, no pun intended. No, but that's going to be exciting. I think the beauty of it too is we don't have to wait for episodes. I think it comes out every day the week of Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. So
Wow.
whatever day is the 22nd, I think it's that Friday, I believe. And then that Monday is that Tuesday is Christmas. Huh?
No, Christmas is on Monday. A
Oh,
week
it's on
from
that.
next Monday. Yeah.
So yeah, entire week. So from that trailer alone, I know you've probably already seen the trailer, but what you're expecting? What's your expected or anticipations about the show?
First of all, seeing Justin Hammer in an Iron Man suit and then seeing Howard the Duck more involved in things, I think that should tell you all how I feel about it. I think it's going to be pretty intriguing. I think that's the word I'm going to use is intriguing, just because, for all, like Staten was saying, for all you Marvel fans, it's going to really get the gears going a little bit and kind of see like where's Marvel going to go now in the extended multiverse now that we have in the in-person films, the MCU, if you will. So I think it's going to be great. There's a lot to really kind of hang your hat on there and really see what develops. So I think it's going to be great. And that is definitely going to be something that we're going to review as we get into our episode that week as well. So very excited. Couldn't be at a better time around the holidays and into New Year's, if you will. So I think that it's going to be as good, if not better, than season 1.
Yeah, I think this will be kind of cute. Well, just give my opinion real quick. I think this will be kind of cute, a little, lighthearted. To kind of wet our feet a little bit with this whole Marvel drought that we've kind of been in. I know we just got bad Captain Marvel. Not even Captain Marvel 2. The Marvel's my fault, everybody. But basically should be Captain Marvel 2. But I mean,
Right.
The mixed reviews with that movie in particular we still haven't. I don't know. Have you gone and seen it yet?
I have not watched it yet. I will admit that I am waiting until it comes out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, same. I'll be here for Christmas, so just waiting for that Christmas morning, hopefully, right?
Right.
My brother went and checked it out, and he's kind of having mixed reviews about it. It's cool and solid, but definitely not the biggest project or the biggest reaction that we were expecting from Marvel so far. So with What If on the way, I think it's going to be kind of refreshing because I did like last season. I don't know how you feel about last season.
I liked it. I mean, I'm not like a huge horror fan, so I didn't really care for the zombie episode. Not because it was scary by any means. I know I watched it just because like I just didn't care for that little particular story. However, I really enjoyed season 1. It was kind of interesting to see, different point of views, different multiverses where, your favorite superheroes weren't who you thought they were going to be, right? Completely different characters. So I think that more or less that's what season 2 is going to be like as well. But I think that they're going to introduce a lot more that we haven't seen. So, I really enjoyed season 1. I thought it was, I would give that a 7.5, 8 out of 10. But I think season 2 will be a little bit better.
Yeah, I definitely get with that. Just picking back up with you, I definitely would give like 7.5, 8. Definitely was a really solid season. I think my expectations from season 2, like I said, it's not going to be anything groundbreaking in my opinion, but it's definitely going to be something to keep that Marvel taste satiated for so far.
Right.
It's definitely interesting to see. I believe Peter Quill is going to be, I guess, give into his one of the trailer episodes, wherever it's going to be him giving into his father side of things, and the Winter Soldier and all those other guys had to go take care of business. But definitely going to be a really interesting season, so I can't wait. Really excited. But,
yeah, I think it'll be fantastic.
Oh yeah. But just to kind of close off with TV and media and stuff like that, I just want to touch on real quick that I believe Wonka. I know this has been a pretty big thing that you've been excited for. Wonka's coming out this Friday.
Big Willy Wonka fan. Childhood at its finest. I mean, I think that's gonna be a fun movie to watch. It's really the origin story of Willy Wonka himself, and so it's before the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, as well as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, as well with Johnny Depp. So I think it's gonna be real good. Timothy Chalamet is in it. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name right, but Chalamet.
Huh?
Nah, but he's gonna be in it, and I think he's gonna do a pretty good job. I actually was a big fan of his in Dune. The Dune movie was really good. In Dune 2, very excited for that as we get into next year. But yeah,
Showing Dune 2 trailer or what?
all right. Hashtag Dune 2. Did you little spinoff question of that? Did you are you excited? How excited are you for the Willy Wonka movie? And then two, did you like the first Dune that Timothée Chalamet was in?
I'll answer 3 questions out of 2 question or 3. I'll give you 3 answers out of 2 questions. A, I did like Dune a lot. I really finished it. It's definitely a long movie. But definitely a lot of action. I think it was a great cast. You had Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, obviously Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya,
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. So yeah, top tier class of actors and actresses in that movie. Dave Bautista, I think, was in it as well. So yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed Dune. Very interesting, and I'm really excited. I have not yet seen the trailer for Dune 2, so in my free time, I will check it out and have an opinion about it next time we hop on here. But yeah, no. As far as Willy Wonka goes, and this new Wonka movie coming out, I'm not the biggest Charlie and Chocolate Factory guy. I like Johnny Depp a lot. I liked him in Pirates of the Caribbean. I liked him in Rango. Other movies like that, but I was not the biggest fan of his Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie. I really can't remember the original so far, but I kind of want to see what Timothée Chalamet brings to the table with this one. So I definitely am going to go check it out. I don't know if you want to go check it out with me or what we're going to do, but it's definitely one on my list. So
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, shoot. Don't tell my girlfriend there, but yeah, let's go see Wonka. No, I'm just kidding. She knows we'll all go see it. Now we'll make a little trip out of it. But yeah, no, nonetheless, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a great movie. Very, very excited. Nonetheless, cannot, like I said, stress enough that it's a big part of our childhoods. And before that, our parents' childhoods, if you will. I mean, the first Willy Wonka came out in the 70s. I know I'm wrong. Might be wrong here. What's that?
Just about 70s or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it. I think it's gonna be very nostalgic. So very excited for it. Like I said, one last thing that I really have to add, and I'll let you kind of cap things off here on our entertainment side of things before we transition. I am very excited to also watch Shogun. It's a live action series coming out on FX that starts in February. If you guys have not watched the trailer for it, go check it out. It is a live action.
Right here.
Oh, hold up. We got some more trailer action. Okay, I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
We are going to actually show you guys.
Yeah, no.
And this is why Staten is the tech guy.
I try to be, but nah, man. Give my 2 cents on Shogun. Like I said, it's similar to Blue Eye Samurai. But like I said, back in feudal Japan, I would say it's more Ghost of Tsushima, if you will. Very old school. Empires and samurais and shoguns and ronins and things like that. But let the video do all the talking and our explanation, if we will. So go ahead and crack this bad boy wide open.
Yeah.
And let me shut my mouth and play.
Do not be fooled by our politeness. Our bows are maze of rituals. Death is in our air. And sea and earth. Just remember. We live and we die. We control nothing beyond that.
There's a saying out here. Every man has 3 hearts. One in his mouth for the world to know. Another in his chest, just for his friends. And a secret heart, buried deep, where no one can find it. What kind of man wields power in a land like this? The one with the open or the one you never see? Will I die here? Likely.
War is coming.
Life and death are the same. Both can have value and purpose.
This is not where we die. We should be corpses, I know. But here we are. My life is mine and yours is yours. If you can't see that, you'll never be free of this prison.
It is you who is imprisoned. Freedom is all you ever live for.
己の務めを果たす覚悟はできておるか。
覚悟はできておりまする。
All right, you might as well give that a 12 out of 10 now. I think that show's going to be really good.
Man,
Lots of great action. I mean, I'm still on the wave of Blue Eye Samurai. I'm completely excited for Shogun, man. This is going to be a really good show. What are your thoughts?
Man, it's definitely giving Game of Thrones in Japan at this point. There's factions, there's outside interferences, there's love, there's death, there's violence, there's war. But I gotta give it, this is a side note. I want to give it to FX, man. They've been coming out with a lot of hits. I know we talk about Netflix all the time. We talk about AMC. Yeah, with AMC, Walking Dead, and Breaking Bad, and all this other stuff between Netflix with Squid Games and other stuff in between. FX got some pretty good hits, so I'm really excited for a Shogun show. But yeah, definitely gives me Game of Thrones and Japan vibes.
Yeah, and FX is kind of, I know they're big on their American Horror Stories and all that other good stuff. They've had some really good shows. Yeah, Fargo.
If you're into like Marvel, Legion show. But,
What's that? Oh, Legion.
Yeah, Legion.
Yeah. No, they've come out with their fair share of good shows. So I think this Shogun is just going to be like icing on the cake style, if you will. But yeah, very excited. A lot of great actors in there. One of them, I can't remember his name, but he's actually a person who trains with movie stars to choreograph like sword fights and samurai style fights. Put it this way, for all you Marvel fans, everyone that's pop culture caught up, there's a scene in Avengers Endgame whenever Black Widow goes to get Ronin, right? Hawkeye, while he's in Japan, and the last guy he kills, which he asked him to stop before he killed him, he choreographed that fight. He's an actual swordsman in real life from, I think, Japan, which is pretty awesome. So he's in this show too. You'll see him in there in the trailer. What's that? What's his name?
Yoki Tsunada.
Yeah.
He played Scorpion in Mortal Kombat movie.
Yep.
He was bullet trained. He's been around for a long time. I really loved him in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and Kim Watanabe.
Yeah.
Movie. So shout out to Yoki.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good. There's not much more I can say. I don't want to jinx it too much. I think it's going to be really good though. I'm like I said, I can't wait for February.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I agree with you, man. I really agree with you. I can't wait. Very excited for that show. But just to close off on our entertainment side of things, hate to be so abrupt, but just to transition over, I just wanted to kind of get a quick shout out over to our good friends over at Riverside. We really appreciate the platform. You guys keep doing what you do best. It's really amazing platform. Smooth transitions. You guys come out here with all this awesome transitional music, all this awesome track reel, if you will.
Right. And the ability to be a little bit more diverse with our media and show trailers like this to you guys. So thank you to Riverside once again.
So our way of really truly thanking you guys is going out here and give you guys some special entertainment, advertising. My bad, my mind's everywhere. But let me go ahead and play that ad for you real quick while we sit back and let it roll.
As always, great ads by Riverside again.
Just to close off with that, man, for anybody that is interested in getting into Riverside, man, as you just saw, it's pretty easy. Even mobilely, you want to get on there and set something up with your friends or whoever you want to bring on there. You have a touch of a button, touch of an app on your phone. So go ahead, download the app right here on this bad boy. Good to go. Yes, thank you
Yes,
again,
sir.
Riverside, for everything you guys do. Keep doing what you guys
Yes,
do.
thank you guys.
But just to transition real quick over, we're finally on the topic of discussion for today, the meat of the matter. We are in sports mode. So
Man.
I'm gonna do a lot of shutting up. I'm gonna let Acker do a lot of complaining. We're gonna
Yeah.
open up with
What?
the NFL.
Yeah, get to it. Get to the rant first. Get to the bad news first. We'll talk about the positive in sports in a second, which are my America's Houston Rockets. But no,
Let it all out.
I'm going to start from here. We should not have lost to the Jets, but we also are missing. We also are missing half of our all of our offense. We're missing Tank Dell, who's out for the year. Nico Collins got hurt after the first series. Noah Brown was in and out of that game. Dalton Schultz did not play. The list goes on and on. CJ Stroud, I don't care what Quinnen Williams says. I don't care what you Jets fans think. The hit that he took to give him the concussion this week and possibly cause him to be out for a very important Titans game this coming Sunday, that was dirty. I'm sorry. I know Quinnen Williams isn't traditionally a dirty player or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. He brought him to the ground in which he slammed his head a solid 5 to 7 seconds after he threw that ball. I'm just throwing it out there. I've seen enough. I've seen the video too many damn times. It's outrageous. He should not have gotten hurt, but you know what he did because Quinnen Williams followed through, and also it was not roughing the passer. By the way, I just mind boggled me. I don't care if the game's already 30-6. He was slammed to the ground at a time when he should not have been. Also, I want to close off my little rant here by saying the Jets field sucks. It's terrible. I hate MetLife Field. I hate the Meadowlands. I never want the Texans to go back to New York ever again because that field is absolute trash. I'm done. Go ahead. Now I want to know your thoughts.
Like I said, I was sitting there watching the game, man. I'm like, God, Zach Wilson was good. There's only so much your defense can do, man. When your entire roster's out, you got to take that out. You got Collins.
Yeah, I mean,
CJ Stroud, he didn't have his 1 and 2 receivers. They couldn't get the running game together, and I saw that Quentin Williams hit. It was definitely late. I don't know why they didn't call it a flag, if anything, but man, it just goes to show you. My takeaway was Patrick Mahomes is so lucky in this league. You have no idea how lucky he is because I promise you they would have threw that flag immediately had he had been number 15. But I thought it was kind of a iffy hit. I thought the game was a lot closer than what it really was. But I can't fault the Texans. I think that they just went in there. I think MetLife was horrible, but you got to take into account that you're in New York and it was raining. And rainy New York is just rainy New York. Insane.
Right.
But yeah, Felt terrible for Texans, man. I really did because you guys were in prime position after Jags had lost the same day that you guys really need to take that.
Now there's like a 15-team tie for
Oh, yeah.
everybody that is 7-6 in the AFC. So with that being said, yeah, no, it was a golden goose egg opportunity that we did not capitalize on, nor could we have capitalized on. I mean, you're right. When you put it in perspective, we were missing a lot of our offense, our playmakers, if you will, and I mean, we were in a tough situation. Our defense did everything they can. The Jets were at 0 at halftime, but they didn't win because Zach Wilson is good. They won because we were hurt. C.J. Stroud was also injured in the fourth quarter, and their field is absolute effing trash. I'm sorry. I hate that field. I hate the Jets. I hate the NFL for allowing that to be an NFL field, as well as all the other turf fields. I'm just saying.
Turf? Dude, it looked like grass. The way that water was on it. Oh, my God. No,
Either way,
it sucked. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's enough of my rant. Hey, I just want to say the Texans are still in an okay spot. They're 7-6, not great, not stellar. No. But there's also 5, 6 other teams that are 7-6. So lots of football left in these last 4 weeks.
And Mills we trust.
And Davis Mills we trust, man. I don't know that I'm going to be able to watch Sunday, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel waking up Sunday morning. But what's that?
You getting Davis Mills or Mariah Mills, buddy? Because
Mariah. We get Davis Mills, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it because the Titans also somehow beat the Dolphins a couple of nights ago, and that was astounding.
That was astounding. Levis walking him down like that.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Fan now. I'm about to fan now.
Oh, the Texans. We may not win Sunday, but you know what? As long as we score more than 6 points, I'll be happy. We'll see what happens, though. With that being said, though, lots of football left. I do see us contending until the last week, at least trying to make the playoffs. The key for us here is if a lot of these 7-6 teams lose, we have to win Sunday. There's no more ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's either buckle up and win the game, or if you lose, get ready for next year. That's it.
Oh, don't worry, baby. Cowboys got you with the Buffalo. Don't you worry, buddy. Speaking of Cowboys, about them Cowboys who came into our house and took care of business on Sunday night.
Yep.
Man.
There was nothing more riveting to see than the Eagles getting absolutely blown off the field on Sunday night. That was beautiful. That actually made me happy because at least the one thing that happened is a team that I dislike as well lost, and I cannot stand the Eagles. Now, I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. He's from Houston, Texas, baby. You know what I'm saying? He big H-Town kid. But screw the Eagles. I'm glad they lost. Big for the Cowboys. Big for Dallas. That was an astounding win, to say the least.
You definitely need that to assert itself better. But
so is Dallas number 1 in the NFC?
No. It's still the Niners. They're still top.
San Fran. Man, San Fran is the most quiet 10-3 team, are they not?
They can make some noise when they want to. Like I said, they still got Debo, they still got CMC. You know, Brock Purdy can still get the job done. But I think the Cowboys are in a pretty good position. If all we have to do is win out the rest of the season, I think we can beat the Bills. I know we can beat Miami. I'm just really nervous about, we might crap the bucket on one of those teams, but I know we can beat them. We have it in our blood to beat them, in our genes to beat them. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? No, I think that was a really big win just to show that we could walk into anywhere and take care of business, even on our home field. We just got to hope the Eagles lose because they have to win the next 4 games straight in order to get, I guess, win out our division. Any one of those games they drop a game to, Cowboys take it, I believe. So hopefully, we can go ahead and take that lead in our division.
Hasn't he just take it away? Take it away.
Division round, I know that much, but I think Cowboys are still in prime position. I think Dak Prescott is currently I want to say he's the MVP. I would say Lamar Jackson's still leading the race in MVP. I think he's had a really good year. They still are the best team in the AFC. And yeah, I think he should get his flowers still. But we'll have to see. But just transition a little bit. I think to touch on football, one last thing. How did you feel about Mahomes and his little
his little crybaby rant, man? The Chiefs can go and ride off into the sunset and either lose in the wild card. I don't care. I think it was Kadarius Toney. He lined up offensively offsides. Mahomes, that's no excuse for you to go and gloat and whine and whine and be a baby in Josh Allen's face when he's trying to shake your hand at the end of the game. Go to your locker room and shut up, because that was lame. I'm sorry. Like, that was the most piss poor ending to a game by one player that I've ever seen in my entire life. And Mahomes, he's a Texas kid. Don't get me wrong, he's great, but nah, bro. Nah, I'm not with that. Chiefs can keep it pushing.
I got you, Mahomes. I got one just for you. There we go. Laughing at you.
Yeah.
He's sitting there mad about the rules, man. You can't lie on both sides, man. He should have been yelling at Tony of all things to line on both sides. You can check with the line judge. You know what I mean? You can check with the ref. Hey, man, am I on sides? Am I off sides? They always do that. They've been doing that since middle school and high school football. So that's on him. But the Chiefs aren't looking too good, especially in this position right now. We're at 8-5. They're looking like a very beatable team as of right now, and that's really opened the door for not just Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens, but also for any other team that can go grab it. Bills can go get it if they want to. Houston, if they still want to get it, they can. Jags are not too far behind. Definitely wide open in that division. So we're definitely going to see in that conference. I mean, in that conference, it's definitely wide open. So we're just going to have to see. But just wanted to transition a little bit over to another sport of ours, and deep down in our hearts, because it's deep down in mine right now. I want you to go ahead and get yours out the way. How about them? How about them Rockets right now? Because they're beating expectations. I didn't have them that high of a team, but they're looking real good.
They're looking pretty solid. I mean, we're not. I'm gonna go on the record and just be like, look, we're 11-9. We're not. We have played the least amount of games in the entire league this year. With that being said, I think now that we've won 3 straight and we're playing games every other day now, again, finally catching up with the rest of the league. I hate that crappy 1 game a week schedule we had for the first 2 months, month and a half. I think we're going to develop a rhythm, and if we win tonight and win Friday, we'll be pretty solid. I know we got some big games coming up this weekend against Sunday. You have the Bucks, and then I think Monday you're in Cleveland. So we got to win at least one of those games. But nonetheless, let's handle business. Let's get to Friday and win tonight get to Sunday and win tonight against the Grizzlies here, and then beat the Grizzlies Friday. Outside of all that, I think they're doing pretty solid, man. I'm very excited for this team. I like Van Vliet a lot. I like what inspiration Dylan Brooks has provided with staring people down before games. And then, you got Jalen Green, who if he can average 20, 25 a game in his sleep, the question is, will he? I need him to step up a little bit. But nonetheless, I like the passion and energy, newfound energy we got in Ime Udoka. You can hate him, you can love him, you can hate him from all you Lakers fans out there from when he was in Boston. But guess what? He's turning this team around. Excited. I think our ceiling is 5th or 6th seed, but it's so early in the season. Mm-hmm. Let's win 4 more games in a row and then talk to me next week or in 2 weeks from now. Let's see where we're at going into New Year's. And really kind of, go from there. But yeah, no, excited. The fact that it's like, I'm just glad that there's a chance that they can make the playoffs. And I think we have like the number 1 or 2 defense in the league right now. I think we're right behind Minnesota. So very excited, which is insane. Who would have thought the Rockets would have had a top 5 defensive rating this year?
Yeah, man, just to piggyback off what you were saying, I'm really impressed with the Rockets, man. You got in there and you beaten the champions, what, twice now? 3 times?
We won that's another little tidbit. We've beaten the Nuggets 3 out of 4 times this year.
Exactly. Even with Jamal Murray back, you know what I mean? So you guys are definitely competitive. I'm really impressed with what Ime Udoka is doing. He gets no hate from me whatsoever. He took a young team, a team full of cats out there, and he's really made them work. I really like Dylan Brooks. Man, this guy Şengün. Şengün is really good.
That kid's gonna be an all-star this year. You watch.
Oh yeah. Definitely baby Jokic, like you keep saying, man. I'm a believer in what he's doing right now. I'm a big fan of Jabari Smith. I'm a big fan of Dylan Brooks, even though he's here and there, but he definitely has some shots. He's a great defender. Van Yeet, love me some Van Yeet, and Aaron Holiday, dude. Aaron Holiday and Easton
Resurrected his career a little bit, hasn't he?
They've been playing out of their minds right now.
You would take him over Gabe Vincent right now, wouldn't you?
In a heartbeat. You could have anybody on that team over Gabe Vincent. He's just on the bench, just racking up checks and whatnot every week. But yeah, man, I'm really impressed with the Rockets. I could definitely see them drop into the 5th or 6th spot. Definitely going to be how the Grizzlies were a couple years ago with Ja. I think he was his second, third year, and they snuck into the 7th seed or whatever, and they were tough out. So definitely going to be scrappy. Whoever runs into them, it's going to be a battle. And but like you were saying, it's still an early season, so we just got to see where we're going to be at. Like, win the next 4, then we'll come back and talk a little bit and see where we're going to be at. But really impressed with the Rockets.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be hanging in there. I think they'll be a middle of the pack team, but eventually make the playoffs. We'll just have to see. I mean, play-in tournament, is that a successful season? Yeah, but I want to see this team not have to fight for a low playoff spot. I want to see them make 5th or 6th seed.
I mean, you look to the West right now. Clippers aren't what they need to be. Golden State's really struggling. Denver's not the big bad juggernaut. They still are respectable, but they're not the big bad juggernaut. Lakers are here and there sometimes. Mavs, they could be beaten if they run into the right team. Definitely a lot of basketball. To switch over to the other side of things. So, Lakers in season tournament. LeBron's 5th ring. What you think?
It is not his 5th. That ain't no ring. That's a novelty, is what that is.
Mickey Mouse ring.
Mickey Mouse ring. Yeah. I mean, hey, shout out to them. They beat a Pacers team that really shouldn't have been there. It should have been Giannis against Bron, I think. But Tyrese Halliburton's a star, although he was getting tooted and booted. And
I said if they didn't want to go on tour so bad, it would have been playing against LeBron in there. I continue what you were saying.
No, I nonetheless though. I mean, it's a pretty good accomplishment. I wish it wasn't. I like the play-in tournament. I just don't like the in-season tournament because they're popping champagne bottles and stuff. It's like, okay, well then, what does a championship mean then? Like it devalues it to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, go ahead.
No. It was ridiculous, dude. I'm sitting like, I'm watching a game. I'm locked in. I'm watching the entire game, locked in. And all of a sudden, they win the game. I'm seeing T-shirts get passed around. I'm seeing dudes hugging up, kissing on one another. I'm seeing hats getting tossed around. They're in the locker room popping bottles and smoking cigars. And I'm like, Chip? Bro, we're in December. June? July? Like, it was too much. Like I said, I'm proud of the in-season tournament because it definitely was engaging. I was talking crap about it beforehand, but I actually felt like they were competing for something. And I was actually wanting to tune in and watch the games. So I'll give it to the NBA. You made a fan out of me. But all that extra stuff, man, just give them the banner and call it a day. You don't need to pop no bottles. You don't need to do none of that stuff because we got really wild. So
yeah, no, I agree more. I don't have much else to say, but congrats to the Lakers. It was good little in season tournament win. But now hopefully the real thing we have to look forward to now, the championship. I hope it's not too devalued now. Let's hit the ground running and let's finish out this season. Let's get things going. We're barely in December. I'm ready. I got my cup of Joe ready and popcorn ready. I'm ready to go.
So I got a quick question. This is like a side note, just popped in my head for a second. So with LeBron James winning the in-season tournament MVP, do you think that it'll help his chances winning a fifth MVP for him, a league MVP for him?
No, I don't. If anything, I think it's going to help him. I do. I think at what he's doing at his age, I mean, we got to enjoy it while we can because we don't know how much time that he's got left beyond this season. So I'm excited for him.
I'm just curious about that. Like I said, give my 2 cents. It might help him a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if Joel Embiid gets the MVP again because he's been playing out of his mind right now. With Harden's departure, Tyrese Maxey has really stepped up and really been a great second option. I forgot who's their coach again? Nick Nurse, huh?
Nick Nurse, yep.
Yeah, dude, a Raptor boy, but he's been really good for that team. And yeah, that's all I have for NBA. I need to get over to the MLB real quick. I'm a huge MLB fan right now.
There's one bombshell that everyone knows about that we're about to just quickly rant about real quick.
Shohei Ohtani.
Showtime is live and well in LA right now, and it ain't just with the Lakers, baby. It's with the LA Dodgers, man. All them Dodgers fans I know are happy. As a avid and very well-known Houston Astros fan, who are 2-time World Series champs, all you Dodgers fans had to do this. They had to have this man. And guess what? You still have – sorry, I'm throwing up zeros here. 0 pitching. 0. Done. Put a fork in it. Meat's falling off the bone of those arms. They have no – okay. Clayton Kershaw, Old Man River. But
Clayton Kershaw's still there, bro. No disrespect.
But they're still going to lose to like the Diamondbacks in the first round in the wild card next year. I'm not sold on that team. I'm sorry. What's that?
That's a sweet. Go get the brooms ready.
Yeah, right. No, but look, big move. I think that good for Shohei. He don't have to travel very far at all. He don't even have to move. You know, he just go to a different a different stadium. But huge acquisition by the Dodgers in all seriousness. I think that they're really going for it. They got a lot of power. You got Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, you got Shohei Ohtani, right? So now, like I said, is their pitching going to get them to where they need to go because they have all that power? But are they really going to rely on outscoring teams 12-10 every game and trying to win in the playoffs? We'll see. With that being said, though, that was a huge bombshell over the weekend. I think, good for Shohei. It's an interesting contract. I mean, what do you grade the contract? A, B, C, D, F?
Dude, I would say like a C, D for the Dodgers. Is there another letter out there not named A for Shohei? He is set for life. There's nothing else he can do in this world. That was a big contract for him. I'm really proud of him, really happy for him, especially with I forgot he had elbow surgery, or no, they said he couldn't pitch no more. He wasn't going to
pitch. So what's crazy is next year he's not even pitching. He's only going to hit because he had Tommy John surgery. So
he had Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, Tommy John surgery. So he had to get that elbow fixed up.
So they were willing to drop all that money on him, and he's not even
almost $1 billion. Hey, good for him. What's crazy is he's not getting most of that money until after he's done with baseball, but it's just set up that way. But yeah, for him, I'm going to grade it an A. For the Dodgers, I'm going to give that a C-. That's excuse my language here, but that is a shit ton of money. That's a lot of money. And yeah, what was that?
That's a lot of money you're dumping off because they still have Mookie on the books. He still has a big check coming in, so they're kind of locked up. They're kind of in the same position as the Astros, where we have top four batters, and then after our DH, we have no one after that. We got Altuve, we got Bregman, Abreu, whoever we want to put in there, and then we got Jordan, yeah.
But I mean, Tucker's in there, but he was not in there in the playoffs.
Where was he?
Yeah. And what's crazy is like with that with the Astros, right? He was gone. He was missing. But what's crazy is like with the Astros, you don't see them throwing almost $1 billion to players. You don't see them going after players for 300, 400, 500 million even. That's just not who they are. And it's interesting because sometimes I'm like, man, like, why don't we go after this guy? But at the same time, it's like, well, they're going to be able to keep replenishing. However, how long is their window? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, especially with Bregman being a free agent next year. Lots to discuss as we get more into the spring with that. And we're definitely going to let free agency kind of play out. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I think we're just need another big time batter.
What was that?
I think we just need another big time batter. I think we need to go in the Yankee direction. Even though, Giancarlo Stanton really isn't. He was, but he wasn't that guy. That
not for the Yankees, anyways.
Yeah, not for the Yankees, at least.
But hey, they got Juan Soto. That was like the mini domino that fell.
Yeah. Definitely a big pickup for them. Like I said, we just need someone who needs to come in there and just be able to bomb it with Alvarez. It can't just be get guys on base because I think it is just get guys on base and let Alvarez kind of get us in. We need someone else to get it in after. And so, Tubi's getting older. Bregman's a free agent, and he's also getting older. What are we going to do? Catcher.
Are we going to – I mean, all we've done is sign a backup catcher. Are we going to go and try and get another – we definitely need more relievers. We need 2 more solid relievers. And then I think in the short-term side of things, do you try to go trade for a power bat? Do you try to sign someone? I mean, what direction do they go? So it's like you said, they're going to have some decisions to make nonetheless. Very, very intrigued to see what happens.
Houston's not a very big market. It's a big market, but it's not as flashy as LA. And so I understand why they had that money to go out and get Shohei. And they still have Mookie, and this is them trying to make that big run. I've been joking about the Mike Trout thing. I've been talking about Vlad. I really want power hitting. I'm a power hitter guy. Mike Trout he doesn't have to give us the whole season. I know he's been injury prone. He's just not going to always finish out a season for the rest of his career now, and that's just how it's going to be. But I think that we should be talks to go get him. I don't know how we're going to get him. I know there's like hypotheticals in the air, but we need to get a big player.
Right.
Not just another guy. He is a star in this league, and he needs another not just nurse Robin, but he needs a Batman to his suit. If we're going to win, because offensively I think we're struggling. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. Very, very intrigued, like I said, to see what the direction they go. But I'm not going to stress too much about the Astros until we start signing some free agents and as we get into the new year. But until then, I'm only going to stress about the Rockets, most certainly, and maybe the Texans too. I don't know. The verdict's still out with that team. But yes, I am complete agreement.
Yeah. So, staying on the topic, since the big boys getting big money, I'm just curious. What if you woke up and you were getting $700 million? What would be your first purchase? What would be your reaction, and what would be your first purchase?
Call me crazy here, but I would definitely invest or purchase some line of investment within a company or something. Just because I'm not in a hurry to go blow all that. I would save it. First off, I would pay off my student loans. That's what I would do. Then I would go invest in a company, and then I would go to an island and just sit there the rest of my life and drink cervezas. What would you do if you woke up with almost $1 billion?
Summer Rae, if you're listening to this right now,
Summer Rae,
you have a price tag on your head. I'm coming. Now I'm playing. Really. Nah, man. You know me. I probably do the same thing. I would take care of my student loans, man. Take care of that mostly because college. Some student loan collectors, man, they don't play about their money. They want it back ASAP. So
yeah,
I definitely take care of that first thing. I think I'll take care of my parents and my siblings. Make sure they're set for life. Make sure that they're good. And really just kind of invest. I would probably buy a stock or something, or Bitcoin. I don't know, make double the money somehow. I'm always trying to figure out a way to double it, make it a little bigger, so I know that I have a generational. Have a little fun on the side, take a little trip, buy some, convince someone, so if Sydney Sweeney or Summer Rae or Brittany Renner, if you want to come slide through, can. Uh, Jaylene Ojeda, number is.
You're stupid.
Nah, man, that's most of what I would do. Probably invest so I can double it. So my grandkids, my great grandkids won't have to ever think about or worry about, how we're going to pay for things because they know that I got it set. So definitely.
There you go. Hey, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely would be something to behold.
But that's pretty good. Really good section. You know what I mean? That's kind of wrapping up our little sports section, man. Big time things. I'm really excited for MLB season to show back up. Talking about it. But just to transition over, I just wanted to kind of stick with the whole Christmas time of year theme that we have for the season 2. So we want to open up some questions or some topics for we, Christmas related. So for today's episode, we actually had a couple of things we want to talk about. I want to break the question on the acting real quick. So, what are some Christmas traditions? I know that every family has a little Christmas tradition. You know what I mean? They might open their presents that evening, Christmas Eve evening. They might go to church. They might, hang out with their grandparents. Maybe they might have a white elephant every year. Everyone has a tradition. So I'm just curious, what is your tradition with your family?
So I have a couple that I'm going to get to. Number one, growing up, we always watched Christmas Vacation. That was my dad's favorite on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. Christmas Vacation. Yep, National Lampoon's classic, very funny movie. Everyone knows that. And then, some others are maybe opening up a gift on Christmas Eve, one gift. Some of the foods that we make, right? My dad always likes to make Italian, although this year we're switching it up. We're adding a couple of new traditions this year. My girlfriend's family and I think we're going to do Christmas cookies one night, and then her family and my family are going to get together, and I think we're going to do tamales on Christmas Eve this year. So very, very excited for that. Yeah, very excited to make some tamales. We haven't done that in years. So it'll be a lot of fun. Very great to do those things. But I'd say those are definitely the main ones that I have so far. What about you? What's your favorite tradition that you do?
My favorite tradition as of right now, my family, we don't really have like a set one. I would say, like in terms of like gifts or, movies or whatnot. Any real tradition is usually going up to my grandparents' house and kind of eating there. I know a big thing that we usually make, and my uncles and stuff like that make. My grandparents on my mom's side family are really hick. They're really country. So they're eating like raccoon and like goat and all their stuff in between. So they're always making something exotic, something different. So this year, my uncle is going to be making some goat stew. I haven't had that in a while. And I'm really excited. But outside of that, man, I'm trying to think what else do we usually do. This year we're planning on trying to do like a white elephant with our in-house family. So each one of us had pulled from a hat, and we're trying to figure out who is going to give what person a gift. I'm hoping to get like some cowboy boots and some liquor. That's kind of all I want for Christmas, and possibly a new video game or something like that. But I mean, I'm not too crazy or anything like that.
You're just trying to look Texan. That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to look Texan and drink while you're doing it.
I had some boots. I don't know what I know what happened to them. I left them at my friend's house up in Big Spring. Big Spring's outside of Lubbock. I went to Texas Tech, but I didn't know. And they ended up shipping those boots to their grandparents who live in Mexico. And I never saw those boots again. So, a little sad, but hopefully I get some new boots this year. Yeah, that's kind of it with traditions for me. I guess to open up, or I guess to close with this whole podcasting, I just want to give another little quick question. So I know that everyone has, you've been doing Christmas for a while, as long as you've been alive. we all have memorable Christmases. Some sad, some happy, some funny, some weird. So I'm just kind of curious, what is a pretty good, solid Christmas story to you? Funny, sad? What's good on
I had to
you?
think about that one a little bit. That's a fantastic question as well. I would say from a couple of years ago, more so with my dad's side of the family, we got together at some relatives' house and uh, we did a white elephant, which has kind of become a theme as well over the past couple of years. But we did a great white elephant, and I was actually kind of excited because I knew going into it I wanted to keep my gift. Lo and behold, I did. But the way that I got to keep it was what was funny because the entire time my gift got passed around like 3 times. It was a basket full of like Sam Houston things, like a sticker, a pennant, some bottle openers, a koozie, like all kinds of stuff. A hat, even I think, and so I had it, and 2 or 3 other people passing around up until it was my turn, and then before I switched and I stole that gift because I actually had to steal it back. I was holding a a Bucky's meat basket for the longest time, and that was not going to be a bad option. But someone stole that from me, so then in turn I stole my gift back. So don't get me wrong, that would have been great. It was like jerky, deer meat. It was summer sausage. It was all kinds of stuff. It was good. But yeah, no. Lo and behold, I got my gift back. So that's probably one of my favorite memories of recent years that I've had. What's your funniest story or tradition, or any, not just tradition? I know we just talked about that, but anything that you've done over the past couple of years that really stuck with you?
One Christmas in particular, this is a really good question. I had a perfect story. One Christmas in particular, my parents had actually kept us from opening our presents for like a week. I think it was super long. I think we had really just annoyed the crap out of my mom or something like that, and she was like, "You guys aren't gonna open your presents. It's gonna, you guys gotta wait." Dude, we waited for days to open our presents. I thought it was like the dumbest thing. It's almost to the point we didn't put up the Christmas tree and everything. They're just still sitting on the floor. Um, it's actually kind of funny. I It's not a long and tedious story, but it was just really dumb. And I remember, no, it was just really stupid. I'm trying to remember, how did we make our mom angry? Like, we were going to church one morning, and surprisingly, my dad was off that day, and I don't know, we were just pissing her off in the car or doing something, and she just flipped out, and I ain't opening your present. And a week and a half passes by, present's still not open. So we're sitting there like, Mom, can we open your present? No. Okay. And just back in the living room, hurry off. She just like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and open them now. I mean, I guess Dad's not here, but good luck. And I don't remember what I got that Christmas. I think I got like a bike or something, or no, not a bike. It wasn't anything like that. It was probably like a video game or something like that. It wasn't anything like super significant. So it was kind of, I wasn't am about it. Like I said, I'm very thankful for every gift I get, but it was so unnecessary to keep us like that. Like nothing should have pissed you off that much for you to withhold our gifts that long.
Yeah, that y'all had to have done something. Y'all had to have done
I
something.
can't remember what it was, but it was pretty bad. Like, my mom never gets mad.
What was say that one more time? She never what?
Said my mom has never gotten mad like that. My mom's always been very sweet, very chill. You really got to like push her buttons to get her hot like that, and she was definitely pretty upset that year. So yeah, that's kind of one of the most memorable things I could think of. Oh,
So
outside.
I stole my white elephant gift back, which I should not have ended up with, and you almost did not have a Christmas because you
I
made your
know.
mom so mad.
Oh man.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oh my god. And another good story that I got. And this is my last story, and I'll probably wrap up right here. But I just want to say, to all the men out there, really invest in your girlfriends and make sure like you know what you got to get her and really value her. You know what I mean? Because sorry to my ex out there, but it was one Christmas in particular. I thought about her last minute, and I scrambled together to get something versus nothing, and I was very disappointed. So just a friendly tip out there for any significant others, girlfriends to boyfriends, boyfriends to girlfriends, and above and beyonds, if you will. make sure you play it ahead of the date and don't wait till December like 22nd, 23rd to go get your significant other's gift. Because I was extremely up a creek. I trying to remember what I did get her. I thought I got her like some candles or something. It was something so lame, and I felt really horrible. And she still liked it, but it felt bad. I felt horrible. I'm like, oh, I could have got you a necklace. I did better that next year. I did do better that next year. I did go to James Avery and hooked her up and everything like that. But yeah, just pro tip: make sure the plan ahead thing.
Plan ahead. Do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Nah, but I love it. That's hilarious. Yeah, you should not have waited. Everyone knows that waiting till the last minute, especially to Christmas shop, that is a whole new level of playing with fire.
It's not that everything's gone. It's just everyone's at the freaking store, and you can't pay. But
yeah. No, that's great. That's hilarious.
So, just to kind of transition into the end of our show, really want to thank you guys for coming around, hanging out with us. It's definitely been a really productive episode, very long episode. My God, a lot of detail, but we got to drop them trailers. We got to talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty solid episode, but before we close out, I just want to thank you guys for listening. We're really excited to continue on with the season 2. Like Akron was saying on the last episode, we are planning on trying to have a wing episode. So we're going to be in person. We're going to try out some different wings. Still trying to figure out if it's going to be a hot wing challenge or just a flavor wing challenge.
I will say, as a little preview to that, I've talked to the other people who will be our consensus in trying these wings. They're on board to do a hot wing challenge, so that might be the route we got to go.
I can mess up some hot. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, be on the lookout for that. Probably next episode or so. Once we kind of get closer to next week or so.
Yeah, maybe before Christmas. Most definitely. Yeah.
See what we can possibly do. But yeah, outside of that, man, we just want to thank you guys for kind of listening to us. Stay tuned. Definitely gonna be a lot bigger things, a lot more things coming in season 2. But we really appreciate all the listens. We really appreciate all the retweets, all the shout outs, things like that. But yeah, Akron, you have anything to give out before we close out here?
Yeah, like we always say, I want to continue to say thank you for all the support, for everybody that has been liking our posts and staying along, enjoying this beautiful journey with us. We're very excited to continue bringing out that content for you guys. We're full swing underway in season 2 now, so very excited. Stay tuned for the wing review, like Staten said. We'll hopefully do that our next episode for next week, and then we also want to plan and try and do a live stream with you guys here very soon as well as we get later into season 2. Riverside has allowed us to do that, so we are very excited. We're going to plan it maybe on a weekend. We can do a live broadcast, have some people bring some questions for us. We want to chat with you guys, and I think you can call in as well. We'll have to play around with it and see what we can do. But yeah, if you guys are able to call in, we definitely encourage that. Lastly, like I said, stay tuned for a combination of those things as well as TikTok. That's going to be our last probably platform that we get on. But we're going to create a little TikTok for you guys to go and follow and see little extended clips outside of here and outside of Instagram and Facebook, rather, that you can go and you have access to. But we think we'll get an even better following just from the public point of view. So very thankful again for all you guys' support, for all our family and friends that have continued to post, continue to like and follow us. Please, 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 continue to do so. We cannot thank you from the bottom of our hearts enough. Yeah. And lastly, go check us out on Twitter and continue to watch us on YouTube. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We love y'all.
Appreciate you guys. And we'll be signing out right here. See y'all.